Hello, NeXT community. I'm going to apologize about my voice. Man, I can tell it doesn't sound very good. So I'm kind of losing my voice here. I've been talking so much, and I've got some kind of weird virus going. So I hope it's not too annoying. This may be about 20 minutes of your life you may not get back. Oh my God, should I continue with this or not? Frustrating because I thought I sounded better. Let's see if that helps. No. Well, maybe. Try drinking a Negro Modelo. At any rate, for today's madness, I think I found a way that they may have been torturing children back in the 90s. I'm just kidding. But at least, I mean, we got the millennials and generation, whatever, Z and the alpha kids. All right, this would be the perfect torture device. I found the ultimate CD, okay? And just tell them it's like Grand Theft Auto. And so basically, welcome to the electronic app wrapper. And honestly, this thing was way ahead of its time. I'm sorry about the grovelly voice once more, but I'm hoping that it'll come off pretty comedically. And Jesse Taylor's got to be chuckling out there. So we got stuff like banana fish, all right? So we might as well set the mood. Now, I don't know if these guys know, but it's really bad luck to bring a banana on a boat, let alone a fishing boat. So the name Banana Fish for a band in Seattle, I mean, they might have been used for chum out in the waters. So let's see if I can figure out. It was difficult to figure out how to install this thing because you had to use something called Questor Craftman, okay? And there's a couple different versions of Questor Craftman that you had to install. And I finally figured it all out. And once you have the Craftman engine, it's pretty cool. This is stuff before the web, the very beginnings of multimedia. And so these guys are literally doing stuff so far advanced, it's mind-blowing. And my parents, I can hear them now. What is that hippie crap? What are you doing on your computer? So without further ado, if this recording works, I'm going to try and use the mouse here. Let's see if we can hear from Banana Fish.
We met Banana Fish, like most of our musicians, on a walk through Seattle's Pike Place Market. They're a high-voltage, close harmony duo who keep audiences spellbound throughout their set. Tom Kennedy, vocalist and percussionist for the group, is a performing spark plug. His megawatt smile lights up their sets. Jay Pinto, songwriter, singer, and instrumentalist, is an energetic ambassador. His enthusiasm and showmanship attract the attention of all types of audiences. If you like their music, you can order the CD or their new CD scheduled for release in September 1993. Just click the product information button.
Okay, so that's pretty cool if you realize this is before iTunes. I mean, we're still talking about vinyl in a lot of places, and these are very, very early CDs from 1993. So Jesse came up with this idea and showed it to Steve Jobs, like this might be the future of a way to offer, applications. And over at Alembic, what we were doing, we come up with a website, one of the very early websites where you could actually go in, get information on, like the brochures, and then click download links to FTP and actually download demos of the software. So this was kind of the same way they had an all-encompassing CD that they sent out that's pretty neat and pretty far advanced for the time. But now we just kind of laugh at it. And so I can see where the art culture meets, the NeXT community and everything going on there with software. So they had like different artists and you could buy their songs. And I don't know if they were actually for download or if they sent you like a cassette tape. But let's go and see what Stitches is all about.
Alice Rudolph wanted a hobby she could enjoy while her sons were young, a hobby which could turn into a business when the boys were older. She turned to quilting and found her niche. Alice's work has been featured on the cover of quilting magazines, and her booth is a popular stop at craft shows. We're pleased to showcase two pieces in this electronic app wrapper, a contemporary quilt design and a wall hanging. Be sure to see more of Alice's designs in the product catalog. They make great gifts.
So, if you think about it, this is before Amazon, or, I don't even know if QVC was on it. And you're getting printed catalogs. Now you're getting this multimedia stuff. And, we ought to see, as somebody out there ought to see if we can buy a quilt from Alice Rudolph. I'd be willing to try, man. Okay, and let's see what this is. The publisher, Paget Press. Oh my God. Apologies about the music. I mean, I guess it's kind of okay, but probably not a lot of death metal. Heads are banging head right now. Okay, so that was that. And there's Paget Press. And I guess other credits. We're back to Banana Hammock. Banana Fish. Okay, so it's a little bit of a learning curve, but I think I got down how to navigate. Are they going to say anything? Because all of a sudden there'll be like a gal that'll narrate some of this, like out of the blue. So it's kind of like a little adventure, this CD. I actually like it. They used to make a lot of them. And so, kind of back then, if you remember, you get an AOL CD. Well, this just blew that stuff out of the water, in my opinion. Too bad it's 2024, and I'm just kind of, reviewing it. So let's see here. Let's do the Overlords or the Overmap. So this kind of gives us an idea. Black girl ring shining under the sun. She is the hollow beating of the distant drum. Okay. Then I hear the rhythm I am. Yeah, I may be losing subscribers. Is someone going to say something, or they just play this for a while?
Huge quantities of information can be either a burden or a key to freedom. Use the electronic app wrapper's Overmap to make molehills out of the mountains of information we've provided you.
So this was cool because it was very, very early World Wide Web, like kind of like cavemen of the web. I was out there blogging in the wilderness because there was nobody out there to read it, or at least a few that did were awe-inspired. Let's see what this all about is. So it kind of tells you about the different things, and you could actually order, like there's order forms, and it would send an email to them, and they send you, if you had NeXT mail, they can send it back to you. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it launches these little, directions and stuff, and then it's some red mark app. So I have yet to figure out how to make a red mark on anything, but I understand the concept of it, and I have seen it in action, and I think I can't do anything because it's actually on the CD. But it allowed a professor to have all of his students turn in their papers, postscript, and then he could go through and annotate it, I know most of you are going at F- right now. So coming events, let's see what we had. So we have some kind of stuff going on here. And Bongathon, I see that one there. I'm just kidding. They must have been having some fun up there in Seattle. Well, actually, I was up there on and off, so I do know that time the grunge rock scene was pretty heavy. Actually partied with Soundgarden. They came crashing into a house one night at 3 in the morning, wrecking the furniture. And I was like, who are these guys? He's like, oh, that's Soundgarden. And I'd seen him at Lollapalooza, so I was like, what's happening, dudes? But I don't know if you'd really want that happening all the time in your house, but it was kind of par for the course up there by the University of Washington. They played a gig, I guess, at the Whiskey A Go-Go bar. But here I am off on tangents from the day. See what this is? It's like awakening stuff inside me. Okay, so next products. We got stuff in the spotlight. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's the red mark one. So you just kind of like look at the different tabs and click them. Okay, so equation builder. Let's see if we can build some equations to the tranquil sounds of banana fish. So you launch that, and then it says demonstration application, right? And you click on your demonstration application. Whee! It says launch the app. So it's going to launch something. All right, all you Einsteins out there. I'm thinking, Jills, this is for you. Abort application, because I'm probably running another version of Equation Builder. Like I say, there's time travel involved here. I'm not sure where that version of Equation Builder is actually running, but we're just going to go for it. Oh, wait, I see it down here in the lower corner.
Throughout the course of our workday, many of us labor on several types of computers, but we always come home to the system we like the best, NeXT. When you need to buy products for your NeXT system, turn to the electronic product catalog first, the best source for products and information for NeXT users.
Yeah, we can look at this. You can make stuff up. All right, I'm definitely bending the space-time continuum with that one. I love how they just have random voices pop in and tell you stuff, too. It's epic. All right, so let's open the product brochure. And I know you can do a lot of stuff with this, like Mathematica, for example, is pretty amazing. And I actually, Theodore Gray was nice enough to release Mathematica up to version 3.0.2. I was able to get permission to release that free to the NeXT community for hobbyist licenses. And they actually gave me registration keys. Now, this was a while back. I got nice cards from them and stuff. And the hopes was, and I know a lot of my customers have, they've gone back to Wolfram and bought their software. So I've been doing this, 31 years. So I'm having a little fun with it, and I'm playing like I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, when I may have a little bit of a handle on it. But I'm hoping that it'll be kind of fun. So here we go. Equation builder, to build little Einsteins out there is the idea. And then this list here. So they've got these guys over here grease the palms of somebody because they got put in the neat products category. I'm just kidding. There was actually voting, and these guys actually, App Rapper consistently won the best CDs, and for good reason. I mean, they had some cool stuff going on for the day. I mean, this was like mind-blowing. People were like, whoa, how'd you guys do that? Compared to our crappy-ass Olympic CD that was like one app, and it took like 15 minutes to launch, and we thought we were the first ones, but these guys were like running circles around us. And I think they're on par with GS Corp and some of the other guys that were doing compilation CDs. And then you weren't seeing this type of stuff on Windows or even Mac, as far as I know. Like the full-on multimedia. It's not that they didn't want to try, it's just they didn't have the software, integration. and they didn't have the inspiration of Banana Fish played in the background. As far as I can, tips potpourri. Let's see what this is about. So this is kind of cool. It tells you how to set up.
So specialized and so technical. How's a person to know everything they need to know? Seek shelter in the tips section. You'll find the help you need, and you can use it when you're ready for it.
She sounds a heck of a lot better than me, but she just randomly pops up, and I'm not sure why. And I think I found out that Robert LaFerma is like, he's been doing my folks investing all these years, and he's actually listed in here, which is kind of cool. I'm going to have to ask him if he remembers his days with NeXT. Internet flows. Okay, let's go to NeXT resources. Yeah, here we go. There's Robert LaFerma. And let's see if we can find that. There's Dan Lavin. I know him. I know a lot of these names. In fact, some of them are out there probably getting a chuckle out of this. Paul Lynch, I know him. You think he was at Stanford? Wow, this is a trip down memory lane. Next bulletin board. New Jersey Next BB. Shout out. Page Prez. Let's see, is Jesse in here?
Sometimes it's hard to know what to do, but help is available. Turn to your resources directory for those special people that can help you solve your problems and accomplish your goals.
We're going to find him because he can definitely help me. And you'll see why later. He's a good dude. I'm hoping he's he's like, what the heck? There we go. We found it. Let's open the resume. All right, show experience. Application software, sound and music. He's the guy that discovered Banana Fish. No doubt. Probably at one of the Stone Design raves. Graphics, training and support. Cool, man. As I say, this stuff, he was the guy that went to Steve and said, hey, we could create these applications, and potentially put them out on the web as an app store. He's the guy that came up with that idea. I'm serious. Now, here's all our next user groups. And this is pretty funny because I said, well, I know some of the guys that are running these too. And I said, what about Colorado State University down the street here?
People with old-style computers just can't appreciate the power and productivity of a NeXT system. Compare notes with others using NeXT. Check our user group directory for the user group nearest you. Still there's something we can share.
There we go. Okay. So Matt Moran and Robert LaBelle. And I know Matt. He was over at open source. And I actually have the old open source catalog. And because we were in Olympic, it's a long story. But they were like, yeah, I won't even go into that because it's like, oh, we're all friends to this day. Let's see what else we got here. So we can go to different user groups where they're, and this is all searchable. So you can actually email the editor. And, yeah, let's not spam Jesse because he's probably maybe been the editor. Unless I want to ask him about this because if we go to the arts and entertainment section here, let's see, this is where it gets really artsy. I mean, let's open the quick browse of art. And if you think about it, this stuff was like years ahead. Alright, so what's this? Waterboom Buddha.
Information can be either a burden or a key to freedom.
Yeah.
Use the electronic app wrapper's overmap to make molehills out of the mountains of information.
Alright, so we're going to try Christine Nichols. What is this even? I'm not even sure what's going on here now. Let's do there we go. So we can order cave art. I would actually like to try and order this stuff. Because because, my God, that's actually really cool. I mean, look at this stuff. And, where else are you going to be able to buy cave art at the time? There was no internet. But because of the App Rapper CD, we're down. Fossils? The Caravan, that's awesome.
Everyone needs the comfort of a home.
This is actually pretty good art.
You can find and buy the software you need. You'll find that sense of security in the electronic product catalog. When you need to buy next step software or accessories, turn to the electronic product catalog for options.
And you can get different colors. How much is it? I mean, can we just place an order? I'm serious, but okay. That's not bad. I mean, $50, I'm in. How do we order? We keep clicking. Nope, back to the Cave Clan. Let's see what other kind of things we have. I mean, this has got to be entertaining as heck for you guys. Folk music from the Andes. I mean, this is pretty interesting. Yeah, you can get CDs or tape. Let's see if we get is there a demonstration or what? No, you can't, but you can press order. So we can get quilts, let's see what the quilts are. I was wondering about that, if we got a better picture of them. Let's see, demonstration application. So some of them had this little demonstration deal, and she makes these awesome quilts. I mean, I'd order this, Ohio Star. Yeah, here we go. Lone Star wall hanging. I mean, trip around the world. Just thinking, that would be a cool bedroom deal. I mean, if she hand knit some. Come on. Alice. I wonder if Alice is out there. All of a sudden, she starts getting a flood of orders. She goes viral. Wouldn't that be classic? Because if you think about it, that's like the original NFTs going on here. All right. And it's a heck of a lot better art if you ask me. Oh, what's this? Did we look at Nirvana Hope? I think that was, was that the cave art? I'm not even sure anymore. Let's try. I'm lost here. Is that cave art? I think it was, but I'm not sure. Nirvana. Oh.
The moon drops her mask. The waking pond shows me all the faces of spring.
Oh my God.
Dawn's soft smile gathers in bright pearls. A blossom swoons, caressed by color.
Yeah, this is like one of those YouTube sleep videos now. Relax and close your eyes.
The mist keeps mute what the white buds must tell.
Yes.
Grasses lean to hear.
Spark the bong.
After the soft rain, the playful blossoms run home with the dimpled brook.
Pop the brewski.
From a near shadow, the shy water lily peeks into the moonlight.
I don't even know where we are.
Like a stern midwife, the April moon stands ready with garlands of silk. The blue dragonfly, as if brushed away, hovers like a quibbling thought.
Okay, the mushrooms were good. I mean, I'm ready. What do we got? Buddha? The water moon Buddha for $45 is a steal. We can fairly order through, they covered all kinds of stuff apparently on this CD, but they had a really good idea. This is before, screw Amazon. We're talking 93, man. Oh, wait, what is unicorn? We better look that one up. Some of this stuff may scare the children, so be sure they're not in Unicorn Chapter 1. Oh, my God. So this was actually, way ahead of its time. This is before Kindle or anything. You can apparently order books. Let's see what it says. System analyst receives maintenance terminal for evaluation. A whole world of mystery and intrigue opens before him. As whole families and his friends begin disappearing overnight without a trace, kind of like my subscribers to the YouTube channel. The race is on as he must find a way to get likes. No, of imparting the true meaning of his new discovery. The world is at stake with each move he makes. Oh my God. The rapid divestiture of AT&T from its operating companies creates much speculation. This was way before the iPhone. I knew it. Why, after surviving the trust-busting activities of the 30s, 40s, and 50s, did this Goliath finally capitulate to the Justice Department pending suit virtually overnight? The following story is only conjecture. After all, those who know the truth aren't telling, or maybe they can't. You must judge. Welcome to the information age. Unicorn, copyright August 1991. I mean, how prophetic is that? Little did they know. There's some people out there looking on their iPhones, man. I hope you don't disappear because unicorn's coming to get you. AT&T, isn't there like Android? There's Android and iOS. I hope I'm recording this and I have the sound on. I mean, in case I disappear. Tips and techniques. Let's see what this madness is. Okay, so he goes through and tells you how to set up NeXT Mail, which is pretty neat. We got our resources. I think I might have done, covered pretty much. And there's endless, levels of crappy music. Some of it's actually pretty good, but it depends on your tastes. So the product catalog, I like the way this is set up because, look at all these applications, man. Compose in color. Okay, so this, I was actually trained by Oliver Unterecker on this app. Is there a way to mute the music is one thing. Okay, so this application led to Animo, which was very advanced. I'll do a whole presentation on Animo, but it allowed movie production houses to create full-featured animated
Everyone needs the
films.
comfort of a home base, a place where you can find and buy the software you need. You'll find that sense of security in the electronic product catalog.
I wish there was
When
a
you need
voice
to
for
buy
this.
NeXT software or accessories, turn to the electronic product catalog.
And
for
many of you
options.
do as probably as well. Like, who's the clown that's over the top of this, man? We want to learn. Okay, so I am going to quit this thing, or at least compose in color. And there must be a way to mute the sound at some level, but I haven't figured it out. So there's, they got everything. So there's different layers that you can click. It tells you about upcoming events. This was very well thought out and kind of like, if you're chilling out and you got nothing better to do, you can sit back and go through the app wrapper. And I have a whole stack of them. And I shouldn't be so, I don't want to be negative about it at all because it is for the day very advanced. And I hope you all have a sense of humor, including you, Jesse, and whoever else is at Paget Press. Because you, indeed, as far as the compilation CDs, it's pretty neat what you guys were capable of doing back then. And the fact that a customer could go in, they can listen to tunes, they can pick out artwork, they can pick out different graphics, and buy music and buy applications. And, there's Bookmaker. It's a gambling app. No, that's probably not what we're thinking when we say Bookmaker. There's constantly these apps that I've never seen before. One of them that caught my eye in here, because I literally just sold one of these to Gilles, if I could find the thing. And believe me, man, I undervalued it. Well, let's see. Is it back up top? I can't remember even what it's called, but I need to find it. Apologies. There it is. This. So it's the 8064X. He's big into sound. Hey, look, I found the description. It's got the product brochure, the pricing, and what it does, man. So Jesse Taylor's come through, and I mean, believe it or not, this is still shipping today. That's how good of a product it is. They still manufacture it. They haven't changed anything, and it changed music, okay? Because it's like, it does digital stuff. And Jills is recreating that out at MIT. He's going to have his little, because he's a musician as well. So, stay tuned. I think we're going to team up on some of these, I don't know, we're going to try and make podcasts. We'll get sophisticated with it. So, let me see if I can jump out of this, because I want to show you what Jesse's been up to. And this is like we're breaking free of the NeXT previous app. I'll be able to do a nice installation demo on how to do previous as well when I get my voice back. So to get the mouse, I have to do Control-Alt-M, and that releases it. And then I should be able to get out of the previous. Let's try that again. Control-Alt-M. Oh, come on, man. Let me try moving over here just a bit. Wouldn't be a live demo unless something like this happens. Here we go. Come on. Isn't that what it says? Control-click to release. Mouse is locked. Control-click. Control-click. Maybe they changed it. What? Okay, maybe I need to shut down this. Let's try that. Maybe they got me locked out. Yeah. Well, this is impressive, isn't it? See, because up top here it says Control-click, release the mouse. Release the mouse. Yay! Okay, so I think I had to shut down the CD. But, well, here's the black hole page. I've been working on this. And I've just rewritten this. I took the reins back. Michael, if you're out there, thanks for letting me join the team here. He's my SEO specialist. But I've got the front page rewritten. And we're working on the catalog on the back end. And let's see if this works. So you should be able to click here and get over to my eBay store where you can buy Inside NeXT book, right? And I'm selling those like hotcakes. And you can see that I got a pretty good ratings, I think, too. Somewhere in here it tells how many positive things I've got going. So let's go to, let's see if we can find my store. Well, I know enough to be dangerous. All right, let's go. How do I get to my home? I don't want to modify anything. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Visit Store. So I've got my little eBay store up, and I've got 100% positive feedback, although I'm probably getting negative feedback. I need to add more items because I've been selling out of stuff. And if I go back over to can I get back to just black hole out in front of this? Oh, man. You'd think, after all of this time that I would have more of a handle on it. Okay, so we're going to forget the black hole, but you can buy cool stuff. And we'll go over and see what Jesse's doing. So, because he was, at the forefront of inventing the App Store, they've been working on a documentary called App Story, and that's Jesse right there. And he hasn't aged a day, right? And let's see if we can click on some stuff here.
Did you know that software that we rely on most, the web and the App Store, were both created using the same tools and technologies that we use to create iPhone apps today? It's 1990. There's no web to surf. And there is one more thing. This is the untold story of the computer that made the mobile revolution possible.
So it's pretty cool. I developed or donated a cube for their use a while back.
Hi, this is Steve Jobs. I want to welcome you to the next world. We think you're going to love this computer. It's got the most advanced applications of any computer shipping today, and it's the first computer designed from scratch to be an interpersonal computer, to extend personal computing into the realm of improving group productivity and collaboration, which we think is going to be the most exciting thing happening in desktop computing in the first half of the 90s. So welcome to the next world, and let us know what you think of your new computer.
And then they've, so let's see if we can go into the story. There's their app wrapper, which is pretty neat. And y'all can go, it's just App Story, AppStorey.com. Go in and check it out. And I'm hoping that they're going to have the documentary out here. Spider Woman's an app I found the other day. Andrew Stone, they call him Obi-Wan. And there's the early story of Web Surfer. So they go through all the early apps, which is pretty neat. And let's see, history, we got interviews. So there's interviews with a bunch of, and eventually I think they're going to interview me at some point. At least we talked about it. There's Tim Berners-Lee's computer. We've got all the different guys. So it's neat to go through. You can click on them, and they tell little interviews. And I'm going to have a link on my page as well. Let's see, thanks here. And if we go to thanks, take a look who we got. Hey, there's Black Hole Incorporated. So, and other Code Fab, Dream Clay, On the Spot Media, and then other guys that have contributed as well, and gals. And then John Perry Barlow passed away, but really nice guy. He was the editor of Next World magazine, and was also wrote a lot of the was integral with the Grateful Dead music. So yeah, it's sad when I see these names. Of course, we all miss Steve Jobs. At any rate, I hope that was an entertaining video for tonight. I've got the big green CD coming up. I made an ISO of that. As I say, my plan is to have kind of a jukebox, so it's going to be a modern version of the app wrapper that everybody will be able to go in. I'll teach you how to. Well, we can run Next Step in your web browser now. If we go back to my homepage, if my link's still up here, Control Alt M, and we go back here. So on my homepage, it's like Kip Thorne's one of my customers. He won a Nobel Prize recently for black holes, and it was funny because he was a little bit rattled, and so was I, because he needed a scanner for a scanner driver, and he used NeXT. And so he sees it's like he's buying from Black Hole Incorporated. So we got a good laugh out of that one. And that was, well, black holes were still theoretical, by the way. So that's how long I've been around. And I've got the link to the longest running blog here. If you click on adventure, I say some crazy stuff in there. We didn't know what a web page was going to be. And so 3.5 years later, I was still on page 1. Let's see, if you click on this infinite Mac link, you can run all of the early versions of Mac OS and early versions of NeXT on up to OpenStep now in your browser. So let's take a look. For example, we'll try and run version 2.0, and you'll see that it just launches here, and I'm running Firefox. So it takes a minute and it finds it. I'm not even sure how long I've been recording here, but good thing I have the cloud to fill up, right? You guys are like, man, this is turned into like a time warp. It's like we're being sucked into the black hole, literally. Oh my God. Hey, it's going to boot. And I think, what is this, version 2.0? I wonder if it has the tour on it. Because the tour was pretty cool. So we'll see. And now he should have it so that it's actually booting in verbose mode, which shows you the background. I wonder if we can go in and set it to do that. Okay, so let's see if the next tour is on here. Let's see if it's going to let me have it. Okay, Infinite Mac has control. And does my pointer work? Okay. Does it have? Or is it still thinking about it? Oh man, now I've done it. Alright, I'm going to escape. Tell me I can escape. What am I going to do? Alright. The emulator encounter. Bummer. Alright. I am going to get out of here before I eat up all the... Oh, wait. There's something that just came up. Now the pointer's working. As I say, I know enough to be dangerous. And we're now controlled by Infinite Cloud or Infinite Mac.org. You guys didn't even know you could do stuff like this, right? So wait, the workspace manager thing's covering up the apps. I wanted to see if we could do the next tour. And it's like, oh, it must be Blessin logging in because all kinds of crap's breaking loose. So, we'll get this out of here. All right. I've tortured the internet enough for today. And how do I get... I'm going to escape. Yes, this is a story of my life. I'm wandering aimlessly on the net. Okay, so where's the little button up here? I think I can close it now. What's it say? Is there a way to close the recording off? Why? Okay. Here we go. People, you can edit about 90% of this. Isn't there a fast forward button? Okay, so I want to go down here. Now, if I click that, now I should be able to come back here and shut it off. Have a good evening.